Welcome to the first episode of Rating Tourism. In the coming episodes, we are going to talk about books, series, and movies about tourism, which will be reviewed by us. My name is Stephanie, and let me introduce you to today's speakers, Joelle, Emily, and Christina. On today's episode, we will talk about the Netflix series The Dark Tourist. Dark tourism is tourism that involves traveling to places associated with death and suffering. The Dark Tourist is a series where David Farrier, a journalist from New Zealand, travels and visits unusual and often gruesome tourist spots worldwide. So sit back and let's get on with the podcast.
Hello everybody, my name is Joelle and I will be leading the discussion today. And I'm here today with Christina.
Hi everyone.
And with Emily.
Hi.
And just to start off this conversation, Stephanie just explained the concept of dark tourism. How do you personally feel about this concept?
I feel that at some point everyone is a dark tourist nowadays, and I do think that it's more connected with educational purposes.
How would you say that everybody is a dark tourist?
Well, as I already said, you can visit a place, and most of the places are connected at some point with a dark tourist related. So I would actually say that maybe I would visit a dark tourism place, because you really can connect emotionally with the place and also learn a lot about the people who have been living there.
Yeah, like for example, Auschwitz, like that's also something like dark tourism. So, and it's also educational, as you said, that dark tourism is also educational. So I think most people are doing dark tourism without knowing that they are doing that.
Right, just some of them might be a little bit more extreme then.
Yeah.
Because in the second episode of The Dark Tourist, we see that David Farrier, he visits the Fukushima nuclear disaster zone in Tomioka in Japan. And here he takes part in a guided tour with a group of fellow dark tourists. And the areas that they visit have been abandoned. So why do you think people would go to a nuclear zone like this?
To experience how it looks like after all the things that happened there, and how they feel there when they are at that exact place where everything happened, and like really like knowledge, like how people are affected by this situation, what happened, and also learn something about that.
Yeah, true. And it also it is much better to explore their area and see it with your eyes and feel it with your body, instead of just watching some let's say YouTube videos for dark tourism places. I think it's much more better to really explore the place.
Yeah, indeed, to really see what happened. Yeah.
I also think because the place is completely abandoned, and people just want to see, and it's a kind of atmosphere that hangs around in the place, because I think because abandoned places are mostly not allowed to come there. So that's also...
Yeah, I think it might also be very much about the thrill and the adrenaline that comes with it. Yeah, I agree with that. In the episode, when they go deeper and deeper into the radiation zone, the tourists that are on the tour, they start to get more and more nervous because the radiations keep going up. And this just shows that the risk of the tour is very high. Even the people going on the tour, they feel uncomfortable. And there's also guards around everywhere, and they almost receive a fine. Because, these high radiation levels are unhealthy and a lot of the grounds are forbidden to enter. So how do you feel about this group still going there?
Well, actually, if I would be at that spot at that moment, I would be very scared and nervous, how to handle this situation, because I'm a woman, I'm 20 years old, I have a whole life before me, so I have to be careful. I have to think about my health. Yeah.
So do you think it's responsible to guide a group to a radiation zone like this? Because even the lower radiation levels that they're already in, they're also unhealthy.
Yeah, it's true, and I also don't agree with the situation when the tour guide let them and ask them to continue to with the tour, and I also would prefer to stop the touring guide. Because the radiation was like approximately 9, that was very, very dangerous to explore the area. And in the beginning, Yo said that 0.2 is the highest, and it was 9 in the end. So
yeah, I wouldn't also be very comfortable to continue that trip if the guide said that 0.2 worries him. So, and when you see that it's already 9.7, I mean, that couldn't be good.
In the rest of the series, were there other things that shocked you from the other episodes?
Oh yes, especially the man who was making some pictures, and he was posing, and he also didn't like his pictures, and he said, "Please make some more." Stuff like that. No, I really he just showed disrespect to the people who died there.
Yeah, I agree, because he took the pictures where the tsunami happened, where a whole town was like gone because of the tsunami, where 260 people died, and he just stood there and took pictures. And also, I really agree with the lady in the bus that she said, like, I don't think you should laugh about this situation, because it's actually very serious. And I agree, like, you have to be like conscious, like, this is something that happened to someone and to their whole family. So, like, what would you do if it happened to you?
Were there other things you saw in the series that you thought were interesting?
Oh yeah, I actually saw that there was a hotel only with robots working there, so I was really shocked when I saw that. So my question is, would you feel comfortable in a hotel without people?
I personally wouldn't. I think it feels very, very strange.
Yeah. Like, I wouldn't be sure if I can fully rely on technology. I think I still need some really, like, human conversation to socialize. But also, like, yeah, I think it's very strange to only rely on the technology with the robots. Like, it's kind of creepy.
I don't know, I would feel very watched. Like, I know they would watch me all around, so I don't know.
Yeah, true.
I don't know. I just think if you're not going to be in contact with people, which is part of the experience of going to a hotel, you might as well stay at home, right?
Yeah.
I mean,
so
yeah.
But still, it's like a really, like, a whole new experience, another experience. Like, I think it can be fun and, like, really nice to experience a hotel with only robots, but I wouldn't do that for a whole week or something.
Yeah, I think it would be better for 1 day or 2, because me personally, without talking with people, I would just feel so stressed, and I would just lose my energy and everything.
Yeah.
It's a strange idea, but probably in the future more and more hotels will be run by robots. So yeah. Do you think this series, Dark Tourist, do you think it will inspire more people to take part in these type of dark tourism, and then especially the more extreme types?
Well, I'm not sure if they would get more interesting to do it, but I think it would get more attention, like to know what dark tourism really means. Like, I'm not sure if it brings people to mind, like, now I want to go there and do the same things, but I think it's more like, more educational wise.
How about you guys? Do you think you will ever be able to call yourself a dark tourist? We already said that everybody is a dark tourist in some way, but would you call yourself a dark tourist?
I don't really think so, because with this series that I've watched, I am not that kind of person that would agree to go to a dark place. I'm just I'm more into adventurous places, but not really related to dark tourism. That's just not for me.
It's a different type of adventure.
Yeah.
Well, I think I can call myself a dark tourism tourist, but not like really like in the series, but like as I mentioned, Auschwitz. I would like to visit there and experience how it was, but not again the extreme things
Myself.
It's not for everyone.
Yeah.
No,
For sure.
Yeah.
for sure, yeah.
All right, that's a good note to end this conversation on. Thank you, guys.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Thank you.
for inviting us.
Okay, in next week's episode we will discuss some interesting books. So if you know an interesting book, series or movie or game or any other type of media that talks tourism, inspire us and let us know. And thank you for listening.
Doei.